Welcome to Social Trends on AtikuLive, and I'm your favorite host, Sarah, and I have with me...
I am Tony Bakanista. Nice to have you once again.
I like your enthusiasm. You're always happy. Like, I want to be like, you need to show me this thing you are taking every morning that is making you happy.
Happiness is the only thing that the present administration cannot take away from us.
Oh, Chineke. Okay, let's just leave it at that, okay? Guys, let's dive into today's trends. We have a lot on our table today. We have, the case of Senator Dino Melaye. We have Fani-Kayode. Like, we have that of, the CAN releasing a statement. We have a lot to catch up with, but let's just dive right in. Let's start with, the ongoing online feud between the Senator Dino Melaye, who is the spokesperson for Atiku Abubakar campaign, and the ex-aviation minister, Fani-Kayode. What exactly is going on? Like,
you see, Fani-Kayode is expected to comport himself as a public officer, having served as a former minister of aviation and a former presidential assistant. It just started when he went up to react to an old interview saying that the federal government should investigate PDP governors because Senator Dino Melaye, as at then, long time ago, said that the convention that brought IU was not funded by a particular governor, that other PDP governors and other leaders came together to fund it. And I see nothing wrong with it. Come on, political parties is sustained by members of the parties. And governors of the party, they have their own personal resources. Members of the party have their resources. I'm also a party member. And when you consider all this, then you ask, what is wrong in party members funding a national convention? Yeah. But if you look at the statement of the words of Dino Melaye, it aptly describes Fani-Kayode. This is a man that sings the praises of whoever is ready to provide his next meal.
Wow.
We've seen him moved from hyping President Obasanjo, Jonathan. He moved to Asiwaju Tinubu. He moved to Yaya Bello. He moved to Ahmed Lawan, Senator Ahmed Lawan. He moved to Issa Pantami after abusing it. And all these people that he sings their praises, if you check in the past, these same people, he either once abused or once libeled. And him coming today to pour his venom on PDP.
I was so shocked.
FFK is a chieftain of APC. What is his business? What is happening in PDP? Why is APC afraid of PDP? The that time, the national leader of APC, Asiwaju Tinubu, and they said he said he was wondering why PDP is still in existence. And now you have FFK saying that the federal government should investigate and prosecute PDP leaders. Then you keep asking yourself, what are they afraid of? We all know what they are afraid of. They are afraid that the maladministration of the APC government in the past 7+ years is a direction that the electorate of Nigeria will dump them in the trash can of history in 2023 February presidential election.
Yeah.
But again, they should concentrate more on see how to redeem themselves and prepare to be a viable opposition, having failed as a ruling party. So they should just prepare to play their role to serve Nigerians as an opposition that is bound to happen on May 29, 2023.
But it's just very shocking because, I mean, according to, reports, I did a little bit of a digging up, and then this happened all the way in December. Why is it coming up now?
FFK is very simple. FFK is looking for a way to appease the heart of Asiwaju Tinubu, whom he once described as a demonic fellow. So it's all about providing something on his desk. He did it to President Goodluck Jonathan. We saw it.
Really? Wow.
In 2013, he was all over the place, abusing Jonathan, calling him the worst thing to happen in this country and everything. At the end of the day, he defended to PDP, and Jonathan, as a good man that is not vindictive, made him one of the spokesperson for his campaign. Yeah, this man is not loyal to President Jonathan. He has moved to... So, it's a pattern. As FFK is a pattern. He's not faithful to a particular cause. And you cannot expect him to change. He's almost 60, if not over 60. At this age, he's unteachable, so to speak. So For me, we should just I sympathize with him, and we should learn how to manage him, and we should hope that the secondary hospitals, they are well equipped so that they can address all these challenges, so that tomorrow we'll not be having instead of people like FFK disturbing the lives of our children and also our own generation.
It's really hot, but the Senator Dino Melaye himself does not even seem too disturbed by these particular.
No, Dino Melaye, whether you like it or not, is a man that has been standing for something, irrespective of his political affiliation, his partisan affiliation. He stands for wanting truth, and is that truth that he has been standing for? Is what his governor Yabelo used to witch hunt him and ensure that he was rigged out of the senatorial race in 2019. And Dino Melaye told him the blunt truth that, look, Oga, why are you reacting to something as far back as about 9 months ago? Of what relevance is the National Convention and Senator Yeshasayo emergence to what is happening at present? So
it's just very funny. So okay, in other news, we have the NNPC. I don't know what is going on in with this. This is a very big corporation right here. You know, according to reports getting to me, the NNPC has not remitted any money at all into the federal government purse, and this is going to 7 months now. Yeah,
you see, again, the NNPC is a law to itself. By law, the NNPC is supposed to remit their revenue to the federation accounts. Then the National Assembly will authorize what they will spend and how they will spend it. Now, but the NNPC has set that aside.
Yeah.
They are not acting as law to themselves. Okay. But the most painful thing is that is the NNPC saying that they needed 6.34 trillion naira for subsidy for a year. In fact, even the 2023 budget that was submitted to the National Assembly in the MTF, the minister was proposing 6.7 trillion naira on fuel subsidy alone for 2023. Now, just this 2023 alone, the National Assembly approved 4 trillion naira to NNPC on subsidy, and that 4 trillion naira is almost the amount of 5-year subsidy payments. I mean, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021.
No wonder
these 5 years combined, the federal government allegedly spent 4.99 trillion naira on fuel subsidy. These 5 years alone. But only 2022 alone, NNPC was giving 4 trillion naira. They are now saying that they are to spend 6.34 trillion, and they are now proposing to spend 6.7 trillion naira in 2023 alone. This is almost the entire budget of the federal government in 2014. Almost. So they are spending Nigeria full budget of 2014 for only fuel subsidy alone in 2023. So to me, it's just about the presidential election, the general election. Some people need money to prosecute the contest. Now, I'm so happy. You wanted to talk about the...
Yes. Like, no wonder the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs, you know, speaking of retired Colonel Hamid Ali, he came out to say, like, he issued a statement that the NNPC cannot justify this 6.34 trillion payment subsidy.
You see, Hamid Ali, when he was in the military, he is known to be very disciplined and intelligent. And I'm so glad and surprised that a public officer within the APC administration, at least for the first time, because it's very rare, will come out to pass such an indicting remark on the NNPC and to an extent the federal government. It is ridiculous to say that you needed this amount for subsidy. Now, the NNPC, they are saying that Nigeria consumed 68 million litres of petrol per day. Between 2003 and 2014, the average Nigeria consumed in a day was 47 million litres per day of petrol. In 2022 alone, they are now saying that it's 68 million litres per barrel. Now, 3 million litres of oil, of petrol per day. Now, you ask yourself, does this reflect to reality? How come this increment? And the worst is that NNPC is even asking that the amount they are spending on subsidy is 98 million litre per day. So if you are not claiming that Nigeria consumes 68 million litres per day, and you are saying that you are paying subsidy of 98 million litres per day, then the discrepancy first is about the 68 million per day, litres per day is unreasonable.
Yes.
It's not logical. There is smuggling going on. And we are seeing fuel scarcity here and there, and yeah, they are saying that Nigerians are purchasing it. But look at, if you fill your tank today, you are not expected to come tomorrow to still fill your tank. It may take you like 3-4 days or 1 week. Depends on your journey. Now, if as a marketer, you go to Mina to lift commodity to your filling station, I don't expect to go the next day to still live. At least you take like 2 or 3 days. So tell me now, who is moving this 68 million or 98 million?
It's a lot.
So it's million liters in a day. So it's a lot. So it points about insincerity on the part of the NNPC and also that also on the National Assembly. They are supposed to provide oversight. NNPC should not be allowed to function as a sovereign entity. They should be subject to the laws of this country. The National Assembly should ensure that they play by the rules. They have no right to spend outside the budget, outside the approved budget, and even their spending should be supervised, should be monitored. Reports should come in. We should know when and how much was paid to who, when, and then what was paid for what. Yes. We should know. So it's unfortunate.
There's no proper detail, no proper breakdown on.
And that aside, I'm sure you must have heard of the warning strike, the threat to warning strike.
Yes, guys, like we might actually have to come down to another issue of fuel scarcity. Imagine we're just coming out of it. It's not even been up to, how many months has it been?
It's not up to 2 months.
It's not even up to 2 months, and we're already hearing of warning strike right now.
You see again, that issue of that warning strike, the northern independent marketers, they came out. They said, look, we are being owed. Our bridge cost amounts to about 500 billion naira. And they said, look, we cannot remain in business if our monies are not being remitted to us by the federal government. The midstream and the downstream regulatory agency claimed that 21 billion naira was paid to these people in February 2022. But they've come out to say, look, no such money was paid to us.
Wow.
Now, even IPMAN, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, said no such money has been paid. And they're now saying, look, if we don't pay this money, we'll go on strike, on a warning strike. And typical of the government, two things: they don't take warning strike serious because they think that it's just a mere rhetoric, or in fact, rather, they don't care. Now, the question is, who paid 21 billion naira to who? If the regulatory agency, the midstream and downstream regulatory agency, authority rather, said they paid 21 billion naira to these people for their
I mean, guys, 21 billion is not 21,000.
And they are saying that bridge fee, and they're saying that they've seen no such money. So who was this money paid to?
Paid to? Come on, you don't just lose track of such
21 billion is a huge sum of money in any part of the world.
Yes.
You understand? So it's again, it tells about the impunity and insincerity on this government. Everything you see insincerity and alleged fraud written over everything that is going on in this country under this present administration. Especially
these last few months. Like, there's a lot going on right now.
Now, that aside, now we have the issue of 21 billion that has no trace to the account of these northern marketers.
Yes.
In one place. In another place, we have warning strike. If northern marketers should go on strike, it will affect the other part of the country.
Of course.
Now it will grind the economy of the 19 states in the north. it will also affect the economy of the entire country. It will affect the lifestyle of people. It will affect businesses, commuters going to work to their place of work, everything. So the government need to see these people and address their needs. They have to nip this issue to the bud, but most especially they have to be sincere and they have to come out to say that 21 billion naira who they paid it to. So because Nigerians are waiting for answers, we cannot just sit here and come to studio, discuss, go home and everybody forget about it. The government need to come out to say, look, this 21 billion naira, we have paid it to so how they should talk. If they've not paid it, where is the money? If somebody has paid it into his own private account to yield interest on a fixed deposit, they should talk so that they can prosecute this thing. But the silence of the president, who is literally the petroleum minister, to me, it shows that he's heavily involved in this suspicious pilfering of Nigeria's resources and also economic sabotage that is ongoing.
There is so much silence about this, but let's just watch and see. Maybe eventually there will be updates about this case. Maybe let's just give the federal government some time. Maybe it hasn't gotten to their desk. Let's just assume it hasn't gotten to their desk.
Before the marketers will come out to come to the public to threaten warning strike, they must have made exhausted every means to reach out to the people in authority to address this. Because these marketers, they are not hungry men. These are businessmen that are providing jobs to people, providing services to Nigerians, and they need this money to take care of their organization, their workforce, and also for our economy. So if the government keep refusing to pay them what they ought to pay them, then on the long run they will run out of business. And when they run out of business, we have a couple of Nigerians will be thrown into the labor market.
It will affect everybody.
So it affects everybody. And it's not just about them. It's about us and about the economy of this country.
Of course.
And also it's about the government. Because the government is in the center of all this. The Minister of Education of Petroleum Resources, who incidentally is the president of the country, is not living above board. Is not meeting up to his responsibility. And we cannot. And to me, he's a man that I believe that doesn't care about what goes on. Because if a government can allow the last first scarcity we had lasted about
went on for almost
4-5 months.
In fact, we had to enter the new year with scarcity.
So and the government don't care. So we keep talking about 2023 election, vote their part and everything. But the pressing issues on ground is being left.
If things keep going like this, abandoned. I don't know if Nigerians will still survive this administration.
No, we'll survive it.
We'll
survive it by the grace of God.
We'll survive it. Unifiers, so that it can help us out.
We have survived it. We have survived the last 7+ years, even though some of our comrades, our friends, our family, they've lost their lives in the process due to hardship, insecurity. They are so rest in peace. But I believe that God that has been with us in the past 7+ years will continue to be with us until 2023, specifically February 2023, when Nigeria will go to the poll to correct the mistakes of 2015.
Thank you for saying that. And mistakes.
And also protect their vote so as to prevent the electoral hijack of 2019. Understand? Because we need a good government. We need the PDP government back to power. We've not been experiencing all this during the PDP administration. When Obasanjo and Atiku were in government, we saw what was happening. The issue of subsidy, the government was partially removing it.
We had a government that cared.
They initiated and executed policies with human face. You understand? So even when President Jonathan administration removed the first subsidy and the agitation, being a government that believe in the welfare of the people, he rolled out palliative packages and came up with a lot of policies that was get to address some of the hardship that the new policy was expected to to cause.
Come on.
And again, in the course of his government, he equally cuts down the price of the pump price of the petrol in the filling station from 97 naira to 87 naira, and they gave Nigerians a lease of life. You see, our standard of living between 1999 and 2015 was not perfect though, but was a bit dignified.
Of course, it was much better than
our living condition from 2015 downward is pitiable. You see top executives in banks, in the multinationals, leaving the country to go abroad to look for greener pasture. Doctors are going out. Our best brains, they are leaving. Tech guys are leaving because what they earn at work doesn't take them home. In other words, their take-home pay doesn't take them home. So everybody look for alternatives of livelihood and everything.
Like lately,
so
like these days, if you have only one job right now, you are not surviving.
The financial stress is too much. Even the president himself is not having it fine. That's why he increased his digital allowance.
I mean, yes.
So even the ministers, so they are also feeling it. So we are all feeling it.
This is serious.
I told people that whether you are a member of APC or PDP, when you go to the market, the same place you buy your goods, the same place I'll buy mine, the same amount they sell to you, that's what they will sell to me. When you go to the forest market, the 700 plus that you exchange $1 is what I too exchange $1. So if this hardship affects both you and I, why can't we come together to address it? Come on, we should follow Uno road. That's just the summary of
That's the summary of all of this talk, guys. Follow who know road. Don't say we did not tell you.
And the person that knows road is Atiku Abubakar.
Do we still need to keep repeating this?
Yes.
You guys should know this by now.
We have to keep repeating so
you
that
need to know this by now. Protect your vote.
For you to get into the consciousness of people.
For the right candidate. And we know the unifier is the right candidate. Guys, let's just go on a short break. We've taken so much time up, but when we are back from this break, we'll give you one more beautiful gist. Stay with us.
I believe in Atiku Abubakar's capacity and the presidency because Atiku is one of the unifying factors that Nigeria needs now. If you look at the scenario of what is happening in Nigeria right now, you'll find out that Nigeria needs a unifier, somebody that can break the ties and able to stop these issues of insurgencies in every area of the country. I like Atiku Abubakar because he believes in human resource. He believes in raising men. You understand me? He believes in the youth. And also, he believes in one Nigeria. I believe in his fatherhood and his legacy that he had laid before with the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo. He worked perfectly, and at least in Nigeria as a whole, they are one of the best government under the support of Atiku Abubakar. So I believe in his candidacy, and I believe in his presidential aspirant for 2023. And I believe that he will do better.
As one, we can get it done.
Welcome back, guys. We're back again. I hope you didn't miss us too much. So let's dive right in. So there's a trending video on TikTok. A TikTok user took to the platform and made a video showing a skyscraper in Dubai, popularly known as the Tiger skyscraper. And now this person goes on to ask, does this skyscraper belong to the 2023 PDP presidential candidate in person of Atiku Abubakar? So in the video, you can see a written text, and in the text it said, the buildings you see here in Dubai belong to Atiku Abubakar. But the sad reality is that no Nigerian is employed in any of the buildings doing anything. Of course, we can now understand Obasanjo when he said that the money Atiku looted can feed 400 million Nigerians for 400 years. We cannot be fooled more than once. Be wise, Nigeria, it concluded. What is your take on this particular topic?
I will rush this topic because to me it's a part of the malicious narrative that usually comes up every election year to damage the image and reputation of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. And there's a pattern. But before I go to the pattern, let me address this. When PRO Nigeria, a notable media organization, they did an investigation, and they realized, look, the building, the skyscrapers in question, it belongs to this thing, Tigers Group. And Tigers Group is not owned by Atiku Abubakar. So you keep wondering, why all this? Every election year, they keep bringing up one narrative or the other to blackmail Atiku. In 2007, they came with PTDF report and everything. And thankfully, the Lagos State High Court quashed it and look, this is rubbish. And threw it away. Atiku has been a free man since that time. No immunity, no arrest, no court case, no indictment. Again, in 2018, they came up with, Atiku said he will sell NNPC to his friends. Now, meanwhile, he said, look, you privatize the NNPC and open it up to Nigerians. The people that twisted it, just a few weeks ago, they are the one that announced privatization of NNPC.
Yes.
And look, even the ownership is even held in secrecy. They said that the Ministry of Petroleum, Ministry of Finance, 50%, and they call that privatization.
Wow.
And again, so it's a regular something, and they said the passenger said that what Atiku stole will feed Nigeria in 400 years. Now tell me, they should honestly come out to say, look, this is what Atiku did, and this is the evidence. The one they submitted to the Nigeria Senate in 2007, when the EFCC, they under no rebuttal, petition and everything, they looked into it and they threw it away because it lacks merit. Some say Atiku cannot go to US, cannot go to 2019, he went to the US. He is a fugitive, the United States of America fugitive. He went to the US and nothing happened. Up till now, the US government has not even requested for extradition of Atiku Abubakar. And I keep wondering, why all this? Again, they've been succeeding in the past. But as of today, Atiku is a man whose own time has come. Understand? Thankfully, many Nigerians are wiser. They have the facts, they know the truth, and they can't be fooled. Propaganda can sell for a while, but truth will always prevail at the end of the day. So I think the time of truth has come. Let's just move on to the next subject.
Okay, let's just quickly brush through because we're already out of time. So let's just quickly brush through what the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, in person of Bishop Oko Daniel, he said that Nigerians should no longer be involving the church in political matters. He released a statement, and in the statement, he said the church should be non-partisan in election matters. It has a duty to ensure the people are properly guided in the choice of leaders they choose. If Nigerians can unite and forge a common front, the choice to turn around this country is in their hands.
Good. I'm so happy with the position of CAN. You see, you agree with me that about a couple of days back, His Excellency the Governor of Delta State and the running mate to His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar made similar statements advising the candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, that look, we should not turn the church to a campaign field. The CAN president, CAN is the umbrella body of Christians in Nigeria, has come out to say, look, this idea of campaigning in churches is abnormal in Christendom. And again, is simply reiterating the position of His Excellency Ato Okowa. We have to preserve the integrity of the church from being dragged into the murky waters of politics. And this is what Governor Okowa advocated. This is what CAN has stated, and this is the truth. So I believe that every other politician, other political players, and NGOs should take you from these two distinct, eminent personalities, and ensure that they protect, they separate church from politics, not just church, including mosques and other traditional religious houses.
Yes.
Because we cannot, because I'm a Christian, say I want to drag the church. Nigeria is heavily divided along ethnic and religious lines. Campaigning with ethnicity and religion should be out of it. And this is why you will keep appreciating the personality and candidacy of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He's a northerner. He doesn't campaign with they vote on me because I'm from the north.
Yes.
He's a Muslim. He doesn't campaign with his religion. He's a Fulani man. The Waziri of Waziri Adamawa, he doesn't campaign with his ethnic affiliation. Understand? Instead, he keep preaching unity. We are one. Look, we all have interest in Nigerian states. We are all stakeholders in Nigerian business. So if you're a stakeholder in a business, I'm a stakeholder in a business, we should see that to the advancement of the business so that you and I will benefit at the end of the day. In division, we can achieve nothing. In unity, we can achieve everything. So that's why we need a unifier to bring that unity to the system. And I appreciate Khan, and I also appreciate Governor Okowa. But I appeal to others to take you from these two personalities so that we can fix the system. And also, in my final words, I keep saying that, look, a lion cannot give birth to a goat, neither can a goat give birth to a sheep. Only someone that has the character, antecedent, personality, and track record of unifying people, irrespective of their background, whether ethnic, religious, or education, is only that kind of person that can unify Nigeria. And at this point in time, we need someone that will bring us together so as to collectively address the challenges of this country.
Yes.
So, on this note, I appeal to everyone to continue to keep their faith in the personality and candidates of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who I believe is the right person for the job come 2023.
Amazing, amazing. I need to buy you a can of malt for this. You are doing very well. I love your
speech. We have to make Nigeria work.
Of course,
we have to make Nigeria work.
All right, guys, that will be all for today. You can always catch us same time. We're always here with more interesting topics. All right, guys, signing out right now is your favorite host, Sarah.
And as usual,
all right, guys, next time.